Hey there, welcome to the new moon reading for Sagittarius, which is going to be occurring on December 4th, and that can vary depending on where you're at in the world, but the main energy is going to be happening in the United States on December 4th. I love this Moonology Oracle card deck, and here's the beautiful representation for the energy, and it says, luck is on your side, which is very Sagittarian. The energy around this new moon in Sagittarius is about this restart of fun after experiencing a period of lowness. So this is opening up this, period around this new moon for adventure. And that could mean travel, both in a physical world and a mental, emotional, spiritual. It's all about exploration. It's also about widening our viewpoints on things. So it's an invitation to really laugh. Why are you so serious? We're coming from this serious feeling, and this new moon is just saying, now it's time to let joy in, to raise your vibration to one of peace and love and joy and unconditional love, of course. A great thing that you can do during this time, and we're going to be looking at the energies like the week before and the 2 weeks after this new moon, but during that time you can actually kind of create this gratitude journal, literally count your blessings. Look around you, and maybe just do it for like 30 days or a week, however long you feel comfortable doing. Maybe really look at something that you're grateful for and try to do it for as many days as you can without repeating anything during that. I did it once, and I was first intended to do it for 30 days. I ended up doing it for 5 months or so, and I didn't repeat anything, because it started off just, I'm grateful that I can breathe, and then the next day I'm grateful that, I can walk with little pain, and then it just, each day there's just so much, it just expands, from that, but it changes your whole attitude about life from one of, focusing on what is missing in your life or what you don't want in your life, to want to focus in your energy on what you do want and what you're grateful for in your life. And it just invites more and more and more into your life. So I encourage that if you feel that resonates with you. But we're going to jump into your specific reading for this new moon period right now. All right, my Taurians, this is your new moon reading for Sagittarius. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Oracle of E. And we're just going to see what the Creator wants you to know about this 3-week period. It'll be the week before the new moon and the 2 weeks after. And this will just be overall what the Creator wants you to know. All right, Creator for Arcturians, all our mighty Tauruses. What would you like them to know about this 3-week period? And I feel like this E on this card represents Earth, your Earth sign. So even though this Sagittarian new moon's bringing all this beautiful excitement and everything, I really feel you still stay very grounded through it all, but you still are allowed to have fun, because you're supposed to go all in, number 8. So let's see what message comes with that here for you. Excuse me, it says, all systems are go. Whatever you do right now, do not hold back. This is the perfect time to give it everything you've got. So for every inch you move forward toward your dream, the universe will move it 10 miles closer. So it's time to raise the stakes and play your hand. It says, I'd jump on in if I were you. So yeah, definitely. And that's why they wanted to mention about the E representing your Earth sign too, is that, even though they're encouraging you to jump on in and do all this stuff, you're going to do it in a grounded way. You're not going to do all crazy, actions, because you're very grounded anyway. So, but knowing that you're anchored allows you to jump, because you know you have this, big chain and anchor that is keeping you where you're not going to fly off into the universe. So you're like, yeah, it's almost like they just showed me in my head, like bungee jumping. You have this beautiful cord, you're not afraid to jump because you'll bounce back, and like I said, you're not going to drift off into the universe or fall to your, demise into the river down below. So, excuse me, we're also going to take a look with these True Heart Intuitive Tarot. We're going to pull cards for the week before the new moon, the week after, and the second week after, and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about that time frame. All right. So what else for our Tauruses for the week before the new moon, please? What would you like them to know about the week before the new moon, please? Okay, you've got that one there. Any others for the week before? Okay, that one too. All right, and then the week after the new moon. Okay, like that one, and specifically that one, and they wanted specifically that one. And then for the second week after the new moon, please. Okay, they only want that one right there. Okay, so for the week before the new moon, so you've got the Queen of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations, just your thoughts and beliefs about life. The Queen of Swords also brings in, though, pardon me, the Queen of Swords also brings in water energy, because all the queens do. And so because this is swords about your mind, and she also has this beautiful connection to the element of water, which is your emotions, she's able to balance and make decisions weighing both of those things together. So that's beautiful, because if you make decisions strictly out of your mind and logic, that usually doesn't turn out for the best. Also, making decisions based on just emotion usually doesn't turn out the best, right? And so it's that combination of the two that gives you really this, grounded, jump forward, which kind of we felt already, right? She also has the Ace of Swords that she yields here and has in her hands. And that's what gives you the power to connect to higher capital T truths, which are not the truths, the small t truths of the ego in this physical world, all those opinions of opinions. These are the capital T truths of the spiritual realm. Again, bringing that in with that water energy that she also has with her. The Ace of Swords also allows you to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. If you zero in on here, if you can see those are all butterflies that are buzzing around her. No, those aren't gnats or mosquitoes. They're beautiful butterflies, which is all about transformation as well. So this Ace of Swords helps you transform these thoughts and beliefs you had before of the capital T truths to the making room and cutting away those thoughts and beliefs. Allows you to make space in your life for these new ways of being, these new ways of thinking, these new ways of acting even. Yeah, because here you got the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords in the regular tarot. Again, you have this beautiful Ace of Swords here. So definitely a strong message here of, and these, I've used these cards quite a bit. So these have been shuffled. So, these came out together is a big synchronistic message for you, because she has this little scroll which represents that she's a messenger. So you're going to be getting mental messages, which can be like, I really look at them coming from spirit, where out of the blue, you're not thinking of something, and all of a sudden you have this thought, like it felt like someone dropped a thought or an idea into your brain. And so this is these new ways of thinking, these new thoughts, these new opportunities, these new ways of doing something that you didn't see way before, and suddenly the message comes in. Can also be coming from your spirit guides and angels or loved ones on the other side, where if you're not even thinking about them at all, and suddenly you have this memory pop into your head of a situation where you interacted with them, loved ones that are on the other side. And that's them just touching that memory, let you know that they are with you. So just know this, week before this new moon, you're going to have this beautiful energy coming in. And with it being this joyful, fun, loving energy, that's the frequency at which Spirit speaks and exists. So it makes sense that as this energy comes in, that you're starting to, it's like the veil is going to be thinner, or not really the veil is thinner. It's more that your frequency is more aligned with that, where there's not as much static. So, pay attention to messages that pop into your head during the week before that new moon. And then the week after the new moon, like on the moon and after, excuse me, you have the Queen of Cups. So a lot of divine feminine energy here with the princess and the queen and another queen. And Queen of Cups is your emotions. So I love that you've got the thinking queen and you got the emotional queen. She has water in her, and she has a double water because Cups is water energy. So this really is about connecting to the other side. Because she's water, it reminds me of the High Priestess very much, where she takes time away to connect to the moon energy, to connect to the higher realms, her intuition, her gut, just the spirit world. And so this is going to be, I'm definitely getting this message about connecting to the other side, connecting to your guardian angels and spirit and your spirit guides and loved ones and ancestors and unicorns and fairies and whatever other beings of unconditional love and light. I would definitely look into that. These also can represent individuals coming in. I normally don't read it that way because it is common that the royal cards in the minor arcana can represent individuals coming in. So I really feel like there's a lot of people coming into your life during these times too. So pay attention to those, because those are divine appointments, and everyone comes into your life on purpose, for a purpose. If anything, a mirror, they will show you how you feel about yourself until you see it. So just know that these emotions that are being sparked by these individuals coming into your life during this time are for your growth and your awareness around what you want to see about yourself. Yep, because here's a Prince of Wands. Oh my gosh, you got so many royalty coming in right now. And the Prince of Wands, it would be like the Knight of Wands in a regular deck. Your wands are your spark, your ambition, your aha inspiration. It's also like your spiritual energy. So again, there's this movement of spiritual energy in your life, especially because of this princess, this Queen of Cups, and along with this. And I love that he's riding a phoenix, because that is all about transformation as well. And you have this beautiful energy that's coming in. Just, definitely this, these butterflies with this transformational energy, this phoenix, transformational energy, just all these, the presence of all these individuals in your life, which these can represent, of course, people who have passed too. So if you have, like motherly figures, or divine, strong feminine individuals, one that was very emotional, one that was very in their minds. This would be someone that's very young, and this will also be a male that would be been young. So if that makes resonates with you, then just know that yes, you have this whole flood of individuals, either in this world or the other, coming in. Yeah, perfect. So you got the Six of Swords here. Again, this is all about transformation. New thoughts and beliefs are taking you to a higher perspective. It's like 3 swords that you're leaving behind is your old way of thinking, and 3 swords are taking you to this new way of thinking, a lot we talked about with the Queen of Swords. So again, this transformation of thoughts and beliefs and how you look at things continues to happen the week after the new moon. And then the second week after the new moon, you have one card which represents what's going on during that time. And you've got Temperance. And that's beautiful, because Temperance is kind of like about patience, understanding that this little process that they're doing here, where they're pouring this water into, this other cup is this, like it's like being an alchemist, where it takes time to transform things, from something into gold or water into wine. It's this beautiful transformational time there. And what I love about this, though, is for me, this is like the Ace of Cups from the heavens, which is the unconditional love, the beautiful magical energy of the other realm. And the lower cup is your human self. And this, again, is very transformational, like these other cards, where you are bringing this new love and this new energy and this new higher awareness into the physical part. It is a lot like the star card, which they usually have the big bowls or big vases like the Aquarian water bearer, and they're pouring that living water out into your life, onto your land, which is your, like your thoughts and your physical world, and then also pouring it into the water, which is like your spiritual world and your emotional world. But this is so controlled here that it's not making its way out into all those areas of your life yet, but it's the beginning of this I'll call it an alchemical, like an alchemist process, where you're doing all that there. So I love that this transformation is just continuing. And the next full moon will be happening the week after. So during this week, I see this full moon above her head here, that the energy that's going to be happening, because you have this new moon energy that's kind of waning off, and you have that full moon energy that kind of starts at the same time. So you have this overlap of this energy. It's going to be influencing you. I do put out both full moon and new moon readings. So if you, I usually mention this at the end of this reading too, but it's really important that if you want to know what's going on in that full moon energy that's coming up, just make sure, if you haven't done so, to subscribe so that you'll get notified when those come out, because I really feel they're like saying, yes, the full moon is important during this second week after the new moon, as the energy from the next full moon also starts to influence you, right? And then lastly, we're going to pull a card here from the Everyday Miracles deck. And these are just wisdom from the Course in Miracles book. And we'll just see what the final message the Creator has for you for this Sagittarius new moon. All right, perfect. So what's your final message for Arcturians? Okay, right off the bat. And you've got: fear is not justified in any form, and then because the Holy Spirit will help you reinterpret everything that you perceive as fearful and teach you that only what is loving is true. So this is that beautiful transformation that's happening in your thoughts and your beliefs. And now I understand even more why they were mentioning, you're an earth sign, you're grounded, don't fear making that leap, and because they are working on your fears. So during this time, it really is these swords and this transformation, of all this going on, especially with your heart, and because this represents love, the love energy, right? We talked about this unconditional love energy being poured into the cup of your human form. This is all about transforming your fears instead of focusing on your fears, focusing on the unconditional love and remembering, this higher being that you really are, that there's two of you, like I said, the human form and your higher, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. That's what this will represent. This is your higher self, this is your human self, and you're becoming more aware. You're becoming this cup, you're becoming this chalice, where you're opening up more space within yourself to allow more of your higher self to inhabit you for this lifetime as you go on this journey, realizing you're more than you're human, but you're not try to get rid of your human side. You're embracing your human side with your higher self and walking together. And so I love that. All right, I think that is everything that they have to say at this moment. So I'm going to leave the reading there. And as I mentioned, in addition to doing these new moon readings, I do full moon readings. I do monthly readings by zodiac sign. I also do weekly updates for each of the elements, like the fire signs, water signs, etc., and a bunch of other readings throughout the month. So if you want to be kept up to date on those and not miss any of those, if you haven't done so already, if you click the subscribe button down below, that's going to make this little notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, then you'll have the options on how you want to receive notifications. So it's really easy breezy and you won't miss out on anything. All right, well, just know as you're going throughout this little Sagittarius new moon period, and each and every day, really, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and I love you too. So have an amazing 3-week period. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you take care.